So, my name is Dominik LORENZ. I'm heading the insurance practice in Germany, and one of our main topics is digitalization about insurance processes and all the stuff which is really combined with this topic. How do we shape tomorrow? This is the main topic for today. Keith already talked a little bit about insurance and also the digitalization and the mega trends which we are following. Mr. Thalmeier also talked about things are coming from the States. 10 years later, he didn't remember all the lawyer things coming to Europe, and then next stage coming to the CEE states. So this is something like the mega trend where we have to handle with, especially in the insurance section, because there are some threats which we really have to follow up with. So from my point of view, entity data, I want to give you a small overview, because I think everybody knows PwC, everybody knows Capgemini or Accenture, some slides from them before I saw, but nobody knows NTT. And that's the reason why I want to have some words about our company and what we are doing. Next thing is I want to present you a market study about digitalization in Germany, which are the trends, what are the different insurance companies thinking about the trends of digitalization, and where they want to invest their money. This is a study made by NTT Data and PAC. It's made with the German insurance industry. Last thing not least, so some examples roundabout from other industries and also from insurance industries. What does this mean and where is the way going with the digital insurance companies? So who is NTT Data? To keep it short, NTT Data is a global company, headquarters is Tokyo, and we have 240 million employees, and we have a revenue of 95 billion all over the world. So it's a big player in terms of telecom, it's a big player in terms of consulting, and a big player in terms of IT consulting. Why we have the logo IT Innovator? There's a reason for this. We invest every year 2.5 billion yearly in research and development. So we have a dedicated research development center with 6,000 people, most of them sitting in Palo Alto, Silicon Valley, where we follow the trends of digitalization, and especially one of our focus industries is insurance. So there are the main flows, the main topics with research and development. What does this mean for different industries and also for the insurance industry? One output of our studies is a study which we made in Germany. What does this mean for the insurance company, digitalization? We heard a little bit about this, so you see more or less same logos as you saw with Cleese before. There are 4 mega trends. You have this Generation X, Generation Y clients. It's not the way we had it in the past, where you have an agent is coming to home, telling you long stories, hoping for the signature, and that's it. Yeah, no, that's not the typical buyer for tomorrow and also for today. Maybe you can have a comparison between different quotes of motor tariffs and etc. Via Check24 or whatever of these portals you have, but the signature will be made in the future via app, via tablet, via the different portals. It will not be the classical way as it is. If you look to the States, you talked before, Mr. Thalmeier also, I think it's around about like the case studies, it's 40% going online. It's the same as booking and a travel, a holiday trip, whatever with Booking.com, especially in terms of motor car insurance. Next thing is insurtechs. So they are competitors from for the classical insurance companies from insurtech point of view. We heard some examples before, But if you see all these logos from the insurtech companies, where you can work together with them, but you can't beat them out of the market. So this is a new trend, a new competitor landscape, which we are having with this so-called insurtech companies. Will come, that's for sure. Last thing, we see Google, we had this example from Google before, but also Amazon. Amazon is also working together with dedicated insurance providing company where you have a click, 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 and sign. And you have a premium that's around about whatever, 50 euros for your new iPhone 7 insurance. So this is the way it works in the future and also today. This is not a matter of going to 2030 or 2025. There are a lot of things also in place, especially in US market, coming to UK, now coming to conservative states like Germany, and next step will be maybe some years later the CE states. But also a colleague before told you, who is also competitor? Competitor are also car manufacturer companies. Yeah, if you look at car manufacturer companies like BMW, Mercedes, Audi, some from the German market, you will see that they are all working on building their own insurance companies. It's not ready right now, but the papers are ready, and there's not a big step to insure the car directly by the car dealer. Now they work together with different car insurance carriers like Allianz, Ergo, whatever. But the next step will be to do this business without any black box, without any plug-in and play gamification things on their own. So this is the competitive landscape, which we believe from entity data point of view, we will see at least in a few years. Okay, though, many questions are rising up. How should I position myself in terms of an insurance company? Where should I invest? What does this mean for me as a digital insurer? So what's the way where it's going? What does this mean with IT investment? What's about all the topics with cyber risks if you go this online insurance type of thing? Do I have to change my processes internally in my insurance company? Yes or no? Do I have the right people, the right thinking, the right mindset in my own employee stuff? These are questions which arises in the C-level station. So we have done this study and we asked 50 insurance companies in Germany. It's about a questionnaire with 20 questions where the things are going. What is the relevance of this topic for you as insurance company? How do you measure all this digitalization things? And how do you want to implement this knowledge, this new mindset by your people? So what's coming out, yeah? 12% say, yes, we can measure it. Okay, we have KPIs, we have the critical success factors, we have a balance scorecard, how we measure our approach, our improvements in between in our insurance company to be ready for digitalization. 36% say, yes, there we have something. There's a small Excel sheet, and every 3 months some guys have to fill out this Excel sheet, and then we see. But the most interesting thing is 52% doesn't measure anything in terms of improvements of digitalization project. This should give you a hint where we are. How will digitalization change the special areas of your company? So there's a separation between IT topics and business topics. So generally with the business topics, they said, okay, all the process stuff, the workflows in my company will fundamentally change, 24%. All the processes, the workflow will really heavily changed 42%. That means more than the half think that there will be a fundamental deep change in processes and workflow for all the people, for my employees, for the workers in my company. So this is a mega trend. Do I have the right skills on board? Do I have the right employees? Are they ready for digitalization, or are they sticking only for writing down on paper? Yeah? You see the figures. 15% say, okay, this will influence quite heavily. 45 also. Do you have the right culture? Do you have the right organization for this? These are questions where the insurances really stick to it. IT point, do you have the right applications? That's clear, yeah? Some of them are holding the old applications, 10, 20, maybe 30 years old COBOL program, so there is no way of digitalization topics with this kind of old systems. Do I have the right data management? Data is key. Topics like BI, topics like predictive analytics, topics have the right products on the market, do you have a right data warehouse? So in terms of digitalization, data management is very key. Do you have the right infrastructure, IT security? So you see all the figures say as, okay, everybody feels there's a lot to do, but we are not really ready. In terms of organization, processes, skills, and also IT. So, around 90% of insurance companies have already begun with the topics of digitalization, but they all feel that there's much, much more to do. And there's a fear, there are competitors, but we don't know really how to implement and how to go the whole way. First thing what we do normally is we build a new customer portal. Is this digital? No, we saw for app is digital, online, click, 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 2 minutes, and quotation. This is digital, that's the way it goes. And building up only a new portal for customer or brokers will not be enough to stay really deep in the market. So also we have asked them about, is there a need for action in the following areas, and do you plan to invest in the next year? Yes, they plan to invest in the next 3 years. They plan really heavily to invest in IT and new systems. There is a need for it. Especially where they want to invest is a topic omni-channel. This is number 1. And number 2 is all about data management and gaining more money out of the richness, the data which belongs to the specific insurance company. Okay, some use cases from other industries. What does this mean for digitalization, for example, in Italy? We have these digital things. Entity data is, for example, having 4 million books, papers, etc. digitalized in the Vatican. So that means all these old books, all these old papers are now ready for all of us to see on a portal, to search it, and not to go into the library and find everything. This is one of our famous Europe digitalization projects from another industry. It's a special industry, it's the Pope industry. Because we are in Vienna, so this is also a quite interesting example of a big, very prominent in Vienna project that we have done. We made an e-mobility strategy for the whole city of Vienna. That means building up the infrastructure, building up the network with the electronic cars, and also the loading station for the electronic cars here in Vienna. and we gained for this the Austrian Staatspreis from the government of Austria for this project of the most innovative and most well-seen project in all over Austria. And if you go outside and you go over the street and you see the electric cars and the plug-in battery chargers, this is an NTD Data e-mobility project. Also, for example, if you are here with an insurance, they insure whole ways. You're coming out of your home, you're going to the bus, you take the bus, then you take the train, afterwards you go to the underground to the airport. So what they insure is not the car, the bus, whatever. They insure you on the way. It's with an app. Cool, huh? Something from our headquarters in Japan, especially for in terms of risk management. That's a Primos system that gives you, especially for risk and rating topics, exactly data how this bridge moves. Is there an earthquake? How high is the probability of an earthquake? It's a Primos system. It's a system for every bridge in Japan, which is implemented by the Japanese government. Another thing, it's from German insurance company made by NTD Data in Germany. It's a 24 customer self-service thing for a company in Wiesbaden with wholesale services and digital topics for this, in Germany is number 6 company, insurance company. It was rated as #1 portal in the German market. So, how to be digital? Yes, you can renew all your old systems, you can go for own build modernization topics, you can have big migrations, whatever, or you simply buy one. We have one. So it's called First Gen. It's for all lines of business. There are some examples of that. You see the tablet versions, especially. This is maybe quite interesting for CEE states. This gives you the opportunity in between 3 months, having a full-blown system starting from quotation, ending by all policy management claims and accounting topics for first smart protections products. That's what we call these kind of insurances. For example, if you go to skiing, you pay €3.99 standing in Kitzbühel, being insured for 2 days. Micro-insurance topics or festival things. You go to a festival, you want to be insured about injury, click, 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 take 3 times. And what's really interesting, here you can put this kind of products in between minutes online, and you can also put it down in between minutes. So if you think there's a big earthquake coming to the Oktoberfest, for example, to make it a little bit strange example, and you can put this out of the internet and the app store, and nobody can insure anymore. So this is really easy. It's not very costful because it's a more for smaller and easy products. This solution called First Smart Protection with the app thing and the tablet thing. But there is also the full-blown version with First Gen General, which is also used by very famous companies like LORENZ, like MSIG, Tokyo Marine, and some others more. These are some others of these companies. This is our insurance, fiction. So we have 7,000 consultants in insurance worldwide. Germany, we are 250. Give you a small impression what for us digitalization, investment in R&D is belonging to. So, thank you very much. That's it.